What if your phone could download an entire movie library before you even finish tapping the screen? It sounds impossible, something borrowed from a distant science fiction future decades away. But engineers in India are quietly working on something that could make this a reality. A wireless technology so fast, it makes today's fastest internet look painfully slow. Something called 6G, promising speeds up to 100 times faster than current 5G networks. And the shocking part is not just the speed, it is who is building it first. Not Silicon Valley, not Shenzhen, but research labs tucked away in Indian cities most people overlook. Places once known for traffic jams and crowded markets are now home to advanced signal laboratories. For years, the world assumed advanced telecom technology would always come from richer, more developed nations. America, China, and parts of Europe were expected to lead this next great wireless race. But India quietly entered the competition, and now the entire world is paying close attention. Global telecom experts who once ignored India's ambitions are suddenly rewriting their predictions entirely. How did a country once struggling with basic mobile networks reach this incredible technological turning point? The answer involves years of hidden research, national ambition, and a refusal to stay behind. Stay till the end, because the final reason reveals why this matters far beyond just fast internet. Let us count down the biggest moments behind India's shocking 6G breakthrough, starting from number 10. Number 10 begins with a memory many Indians still remember clearly: painfully slow internet speeds. Not too long ago, buffering videos and dropped calls were simply part of daily life. Rural areas often had no signal at all, leaving entire villages digitally disconnected from the world. Global companies barely considered India when planning cutting-edge telecom research and development projects. They assumed India would always remain years behind when it came to advanced wireless technology. But something was quietly shifting inside Indian research labs and engineering universities across the country. Scientists began asking a bold question: why should India only adopt technology built by others? Why not build the next generation of wireless technology from the very beginning itself? That single question planted a seed that would grow into something extraordinary over time. It was a question few dared to ask out loud in front of skeptical investors, but once asked, it could not simply be forgotten or quietly set aside again. Number 9 takes us into India's massive digital transformation during the rollout of 4G and 5G networks. Millions of Indians gained mobile internet access within just a few years. Data prices dropped dramatically, making mobile internet some of the cheapest anywhere on the entire planet. This sudden digital explosion created something incredibly valuable: a massive pool of engineering talent and experience. Telecom companies scaled networks at a speed that surprised experts watching from other countries closely. Engineers who built this rapid rollout gained real-world experience most other nations simply lacked. This experience became the hidden foundation for something much bigger waiting on the horizon. Few people realized that mastering 5G rollout would directly prepare India for the next leap forward. That leap was closer than almost anyone outside these research labs actually understood at the time. Telecom towers that once struggled with basic calls now carried the seeds of something far greater. Nobody driving past these ordinary towers realized history was quietly being written inside them. Number 8 brings us to the formation of India's dedicated 6G research and vision committees. The government assembled scientists, engineers, and telecom experts to map out a bold national strategy. This was not a vague, distant dream discussed casually in occasional meetings and conferences. It was a structured, funded, serious national mission with clear goals and firm timelines attached. India released an official 6G vision document outlining ambitious plans years before most nations even began. Universities across the country launched dedicated research centers focused entirely on next-generation wireless technology. Young researchers who once dreamed of working abroad suddenly found cutting-edge opportunities at home instead.
This shift kept talented minds inside India, strengthening the nation's own technological ecosystem directly. Global observers barely noticed this quiet buildup, assuming it was simply ambitious paperwork, nothing more. They were about to be proven completely and thoroughly wrong. Meeting rooms once filled with doubt slowly transformed into spaces filled with detailed technical planning. Whiteboards covered in equations replaced the vague promises that had once defined earlier conversations. Number 7 introduces one of the most surprising elements of this entire story: homegrown chip design. Advanced wireless networks require incredibly powerful, specialized computer chips to function properly and efficiently. For decades, India depended almost entirely on imported chips designed and manufactured by foreign companies. This dependence created serious vulnerabilities, especially during global supply chain disruptions and international tensions. India launched ambitious semiconductor missions, investing heavily in domestic chip design and manufacturing capabilities. Engineers worked tirelessly to design chips specifically optimized for future 6G network requirements and demands. This was incredibly difficult technical work, requiring precision measured in billionths of a meter. Failures were common in early stages, with many prototype chips simply not working as intended. But persistence slowly paid off as domestic chip capability steadily improved with each passing attempt. This reduced foreign dependence became a quiet but crucial pillar supporting India's larger 6G ambitions. Every working chip that rolled off the production line represented years of quiet trial and error. Engineers celebrated small victories that outsiders barely noticed, knowing each one mattered enormously. Number 6 takes us to the incredibly challenging world of testing new wireless frequencies and signals. 6G technology requires using extremely high-frequency signals that behave very differently from older technology. These signals travel shorter distances and are easily blocked by buildings, trees, and even rainfall. Indian engineers had to solve this challenge using something called advanced antenna and signal technology. Massive antenna arrays were designed to intelligently direct signals precisely toward specific devices and locations. Testing labs across the country ran thousands of experiments, adjusting designs based on real-world results. Engineers worked through extreme Indian weather conditions, from monsoon rains to blistering summer heat waves. This practical testing under harsh, unpredictable conditions gave Indian research genuine real-world credibility internationally. Other countries testing primarily in controlled laboratory settings lacked this crucial practical field experience entirely. This hidden advantage would soon become surprisingly important on the global technological stage. Engineers joked that if their signals could survive an Indian monsoon, they could survive almost anywhere. That humor hid a very real, very valuable technical advantage few competitors could match. Number 5 reveals something that shocked international telecom experts: India's speed of practical field trials. While other countries remained stuck in theoretical research and lengthy planning phases, India moved into action. Live field trials began testing 6G concepts in real Indian cities, not just controlled laboratories. This bold, practical approach allowed engineers to identify problems quickly and fix them even faster. International researchers who visited these trial sites left surprised by how advanced the testing had become. Reports began circulating quietly among global telecom circles about India's unexpectedly rapid technological progress. American and European companies that once viewed India purely as a massive consumer market took notice. They realized India was no longer simply buying technology, it was actively creating new technology instead. This realization sent quiet ripples of concern through boardrooms of major global telecom corporations. The joke about India lagging behind was slowly becoming an outdated, inaccurate stereotype. Number 4 brings us to international collaboration, as global companies suddenly wanted to partner with India directly. Major technology companies began signing research agreements and partnerships with Indian universities and telecom firms. This was a dramatic shift from previous decades when India mostly imported foreign telecom technology entirely. Now, foreign companies wanted access to India's growing 6G research and impressive testing capabilities instead. International conferences began inviting Indian researchers as keynote speakers, not just quiet audience members anymore. This growing respect on the global stage validated years of quiet, dedicated research work happening at home.
Indian engineers who once struggled for recognition abroad suddenly found themselves leading important international discussions. Universities in America and Europe began exploring exchange programs specifically focused on India's telecom research. This mutual collaboration accelerated progress even further, benefiting both India and its growing international partners. And this growing global respect set the stage for an even bigger announcement ahead. Foreign delegates visiting Indian labs left with notebooks full of ideas they had not expected to find. Handshakes that once felt like formalities began carrying the weight of genuine partnership. Number 3 takes us to a defining public moment when India demonstrated impressive 6G speed test results. Live demonstrations showed data transfer speeds that stunned technology journalists and industry experts watching closely. Numbers appeared on screens showing speeds dramatically faster than anything currently available through standard 5G networks. Downloads that once took several minutes finished in mere seconds during these carefully monitored tests. International media outlets that rarely covered Indian technology news suddenly published detailed feature stories. Comparisons appeared showing India's test results matching or even exceeding early 6G trials from other nations. Social media buzzed with disbelief as clips of these demonstrations spread rapidly across different platforms. Skeptics who doubted India's technological capabilities suddenly found themselves defending outdated, incorrect assumptions instead. This public demonstration became a turning point moment, similar to viral moments seen in other industries. The world was no longer simply hearing claims, they were watching undeniable, measurable results directly. Engineers who ran the demonstration described the moment as years of quiet effort finally becoming visible. For the first time, doubt in the room turned into genuine, undeniable applause. Number 2 explains why this breakthrough matters so deeply, reaching far beyond simple internet speed alone. Faster wireless networks enable technologies that current infrastructure simply cannot support properly or reliably. Remote surgery performed by doctors located thousands of miles away from their actual patients. Self-driving vehicles communicating instantly with traffic systems, preventing accidents before they even happen. Massive smart cities where every device, sensor, and system communicates seamlessly without any noticeable delay. India potentially becoming an exporter of this critical infrastructure technology rather than remaining a permanent importer. Countries across Africa, Asia, and Latin America could eventually adopt telecom systems designed and built in India. This would fundamentally shift global technology dependence, creating entirely new economic and diplomatic relationships worldwide. American and Chinese dominance in telecom technology could face genuine competition for the very first time. This is not simply about impressive numbers on a screen during a controlled demonstration. This is about who controls the invisible infrastructure that will quietly power our future world. Whoever builds this foundation decides how billions of future devices will eventually communicate and connect. That kind of influence lasts for decades, far beyond any single headline or announcement. And this realization leads directly to the final and most important reason of all. Number 1 is not really about technology, chips, or impressive speed test numbers at all. It is about something deeper, a fundamental shift in how India sees its own potential. For decades, India was seen primarily as a place that used technology built by others, a massive market for smartphones, software, and telecom infrastructure designed somewhere else entirely. But 6G represents something different, a chance for India to define technology from the very beginning, not adapting or improving something foreign, but creating something entirely new from the ground up. This shift matters because whoever builds foundational technology first often shapes global standards for decades afterward. If India leads in 6G, Indian-designed systems could become the global blueprint moving forward. This would be an extraordinary reversal from decades of following standards set by other powerful nations.
Engineers who once dreamed of simply catching up now dream of setting entirely new benchmarks. Students studying telecommunications no longer look only toward foreign universities for inspiration and ambition. They see genuine, world-class opportunities available right here at home, within their own country. This shift in mindset may prove even more valuable than the technology itself eventually. Confidence, once earned, tends to spread quietly into other industries, far beyond telecom alone. A generation raised on this belief may go on to challenge assumptions in medicine, space, and beyond. So why does all of this truly matter beyond faster downloads and impressive speed demonstrations? Because controlling advanced telecom infrastructure means controlling a critical piece of the future global economy. Nations that lead in this technology gain enormous influence over how the entire world connects. For far too long, the world underestimated India's ability to lead in advanced, cutting-edge technology. They focused on outdated stereotypes about slow bureaucracy and limited innovation, ignoring quiet progress happening daily. They did not see engineers working through monsoon seasons, testing signals in punishing, unpredictable weather. They did not see chip designers failing repeatedly, yet refusing to abandon their ambitious national mission. They did not see university researchers publishing papers that quietly reshaped international telecom research discussions. Every failed prototype taught valuable lessons that eventually contributed to India's eventual breakthrough moment. Every skeptical foreign expert who doubted India's capabilities only strengthened the resolve of these researchers. Every small technological victory built confidence toward the larger, more ambitious goal waiting ahead. The shocking headlines about India's 6G speed did not appear from nowhere or pure luck. They emerged from years of patient, disciplined, often invisible work happening far from public attention. This is not simply a story about wireless signals, chips, and impressive technical speed numbers. This is a story about a nation refusing to remain a permanent follower in global technology. A story of quiet ambition slowly transforming into undeniable, measurable, internationally recognized achievement and respect. The world once assumed India would always import its most advanced technology from wealthier nations abroad. Today, that same nation is quietly positioning itself to potentially export the future of global connectivity instead. Imagine a world where the invisible signals connecting billions of devices trace back to Indian innovation. Imagine international companies studying Indian research papers the way engineers once studied foreign textbooks and manuals. Imagine future students growing up believing that groundbreaking technology can absolutely be built right here at home. This shift in belief may ultimately shape generations of engineers who no longer look elsewhere first. A young student in a small town may one day point to India's 6G story as proof that big dreams do not require a big city or a famous foreign degree. That belief alone could quietly fuel the next decade of Indian innovation and ambition. And if this is where the journey currently stands, imagine where it could realistically go next. Because right now, this may only be the very beginning of an even bigger technological story. A story where the world stops asking if India can lead and simply watches it happen.